Hi, YouTube again. It's the operative, roundtable, gamers roundtable. That is, uh, host of the show again. And here comes my trusty co-host here. Come on over here. Come over here. There he is, Mr. Elliott. He's right on cue. Somehow he knows now just to show up exactly when the show is about to start. But I don't have a picture of this console I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about the Nintendo. The year for me for the Nintendo was 1985, and I can remember the exact time I saw a Nintendo. I was going into Toys R Us. I was buying a birthday present for my niece, and I remember walking in Toys R Us and seeing this system behind glass and seeing Super Mario running at the time, and it was just amazing. I mean, I'm not one of these people I've said before that goes through the history about Nintendo started this and Nintendo started there. That's not what I'm talking about. My it's just talk. My thing about when I started my YouTube channel was just to talk about just the love of the game, period, or the love of the systems. And one of the games that you're seeing right now is hands down one of my most favorite Nintendo games of all time because I remember playing this game, and I'm such a sci-fi movie buff that when I played this, it was actually like being in a sci-fi movie fighting aliens and hopefully to win against insurmountable odds against each other, and it just blew me away. But back on as far as Mario, I have a love hate when it comes to Super Mario. When it first came out, I was just like everybody else. I was enamored in it, but now I've gotten older. I'm just not too much of a Mario person, and if that offends anyone else, I'm sorry. I'm just not Mario. I just grew out of Mario. What can I say? I would never say I was a die-hard Mario fan, but I did like playing them because they were the coolest platformers at the time. But this game right here just took it to the next level for me personally, because I never was a Zelda person either. But this right here, I am a sci-fi person, and I love sci-fi, and I love Metroid. And Metroid would done it for me. And I remember playing this game over and over again just so you can see Samus in her, skin tight little outfit. It didn't really matter to me about that. It was just trying to totally accomplish the game. It wasn't about, seeing her in her outfit. I could care less about that. I wanted just to finish the game and so I can see I can be a total completist and show everyone in the block or my friends in the neighborhood that, hey, you can Simon Says Girl, because if you first did it and nobody else saw it, no one believed you that under that armor, that tough looking armor, was a girl fighting these aliens, but it was, But this what made it cool. Once you finally got her armor, you get to play with her outside armor and beat the game all over again. And beating the Mother Boss game was something else. And one thing when I get on and talk about my love for Super Nintendo, I definitely will have to express my love for Super Metroid. Super Metroid is a great game. I'm telling you. If you have one or you hadn't played it, or you ever heard people talk about it, give Super Metroid a shot and play that because that is a good game. Because remember I beat it for the first time, and I had people calling me who were playing in the process of playing the game. Then were asking me for tips, and I felt like I had my 91900 call Nintendo helpline because people were asking me for tips on how to beat, this boss and that boss. But I digress. I don't want to get too far off of it, but I really love my Nintendo, and I believe I had roughly, I would say pretty close to 100 Nintendo games at the time before I end up selling off my collection. That's why in my previous videos I talk about formerly having these systems and no longer having them anymore, and not being able to play them and not owning them. But it's sad because I could just imagine my room would be just as filled, chock full of old video game cartridges all over the place, just like I've seen, may I say Pete Dorr, Happy Console Gamer, oh, and not to mention, the granddaddy of them all, Luke Morris, excuse me, I'm sorry. Luke Morris is, he, what I've seen, was a lot of video, he blows a lot of people away. And I think he's I have to say, one of my inspirations for starting my own channel too. So there's a lot of you guys out there that gave me my own inspiration to starting one. But I've been wanting to do it for a long time, and I'm going to continue. And hopefully, you like what I'm talking about. And if you have any suggestions or maybe games that you think that I should talk about or want to throw out there as far as just reminiscing, because this is mainly what this channel is going to be, is reminiscing about games and talking about them in a passionate way, talking about our childhood, because video games are part of, you know, that 1970, 1980, 1990 part of our childhood just as much as people think of records and music and cars and, you know, clothes. I mean, video games are a part of our culture and they mean a lot to some of us. They mean a heck of a lot. They have very sentimental value. And games like this takes me back to a simpler time, especially Metroid, when me and my friend would stay up at night just trying to figure out how to get to the next boss, how to get to the next area, what weapon did we need in order to open this wall, how many missiles it took to blow this door down and finally get through there, holding on to ammo, trying to win, man. And it was just so much fun. And just, you know, to look at YouTube and go through here and see all the passion about how people feel about games, and knowing that there's people out there like me that feel the same way really makes me feel good. And hopefully it inspires me to make more videos. And I hope that you enjoy what you see, and say bye to the people out there, Elliot, and you'll see you again soon, won't you? Yeah, we will. Bye now. Take care. Peace out.